Hello again, and welcome back to Mel's Miles. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Mel, and I share my travel experiences and the how-tos for free travel. In today's video, I hope to teach about the different type of credit card points you can earn and which type is best. So let's start with a basic definition. Credit card rewards are loyalty rewards given to you by credit card companies when you use their credit card to make a purchase. Depending on the card, the rewards can take the form of cashback or travel rewards, which can be traded for free flights and hotels. It's a type of incentive system, basically. They're giving you an incentive to use their card. Most travel reward cards offer a sign-up bonus. This is a great time to get a large amount of points in a quick amount of time. The bonus specifies how much you need to charge and in what period of time. For example, a card might say if you spend $3,000 in 3 months, you'll receive 60,000 points. Or another card might say if you spend $5,000 in 3 months, you'll receive 90,000 points. And a third could say if you spend $8,000 in 6 months, you'll receive 150,000 points. It varies greatly from card to card, and the bonuses sometimes go up and down over time, so you have to really shop around. While the sign-up bonus only happens once, travel reward cards continue to give you points every time you make a purchase. They often provide different amounts of points for different types of purchases. For example, a particular card might offer 3x points on travel, 3x points on dining, 10x points on hotels through their travel portal, 5x points on flights through their travel portal, 1x points on all other purchases, while another card might offer a flat 2x on every purchase regardless of category. What they mean by 3x and 5x and 2x is that for every dollar you spend, you get that number of points. So for example, if I spend $100 in a 2x category, I get 200 points. As you get better at the game, it's common to become more strategic. So you get several cards that have different earning structures, and when you make a purchase, you choose the card that gives you the most points for that category of spend. But let's back up a bit. Before you can be juggling multiple cards, you have to start somewhere. So you might be wondering, which card is the best card to start with? Which one should I get? The answer requires a little more information. So let's start by talking about the different type of credit card points. Travel rewards fall into two categories. Type 1 are the points that must be used by a designated hotel or airline. For example, there are airline cards like United and American and Delta that give you points that you can use to purchase flights. And there are hotel cards as well, like Hyatt and Choice Privileges and Hilton, and those cards give you points that you can use to stay at their hotels. With these cards, you earn points or miles that are specific to the brand of the card. So for example, a Marriott card gives you Marriott points that you can only use at Marriott hotels. And similarly, a Delta card would give you Delta miles that can only be used with Delta Airlines. But what about the second type of points, the flexible points? As the name implies, these points provide much greater flexibility. The points can be transferred to a large number of airline and hotel programs as specified by the credit card company. There are currently 5 main credit card companies that offer flexible, transferable points. The flexible reward systems include Citi, which gives you Citi Thank You points, American Express, which gives you Amex membership rewards, Chase, which provides Chase user rewards, Capital One, which gives you Capital One reward miles, and Bilt, which provides Bilt rewards. As I mentioned, each of these companies have their own set of transfer partners that they allow you to transfer points to. For example, Citi comes with a bunch of different airlines, including Emirates and Qatar, as well as the hotel's Choice Privileges and Wyndham. Amex also comes with a lot of airlines, including ANA, British Airways, Delta, as well as 3 hotels, Choice Privileges, Hilton, and Marriott. Chase transfers to some airlines too, including British Airways, Iberia, and United, and hotels you can transfer to include IHG, Marriott, and World of Hyatt. Capital One transfers also to airlines such as British Airways, Etihad, Finnair, and hotels including Choice Privileges and Wyndham. And finally, Bilt transfer partners include Air Canada, British Airways, Hawaiian Airlines, Iberia, and the hotels are IHG and World of Hyatt. In deciding which type of card to get, you need to look at the sign-up bonus, how many points you get for purchases, and what type of points are they giving you. We've already talked about why flexible points can be more advantageous. You can transfer them to a variety of transfer partners rather than being locked into just one particular brand. Well, this flexibility actually makes them worth a lot more. Instead of bogging you down with details, let me give you an analogy. Points are a type of currency. So going with this analogy, everyone knows that each currency has its own value, right? For example, if I offered to trade you 100 pesos for $100, you would probably say no, because 100 pesos is worth far less than $100. Points work the same way. They're not all created equal. For example, 10,000 Hilton points is worth far, far less than 10,000 Chase user rewards. So generally speaking, most people are better off starting with flexible travel rewards credit cards rather than branded cards like Hilton or American Airlines. But which flexible travel reward system is best for you? To decide, it's important to think about which travel partners would be most helpful to you. I plan to cover some of the best travel reward cards one by one in future videos. But for now, let me give you an example of my thought process when I was new to this game. When I was selecting my first travel rewards card, Bilt was not an option yet. So I was choosing between Citi, Capital One, Chase, and Amex. I knew having United Airlines as a travel partner option would be ideal for me because I live in Chicago and that's a hub for United, so I tend to fly United a lot. I was also interested in a card that could transfer to Marriott and Hyatt because Hyatt offers a lot of value for the points and Marriott is very widespread and can be found almost anywhere that I travel. From looking at the transfer partners, I could see that Chase would be a great starter card for me. Knowing I wanted to start with Chase, though, was only the first step. Chase offers a variety of flexible point cards, so I then had to decide which card was best to start with. Rather than covering each of those cards now, I plan to make videos in the future going through each of my favorite cards and who they might work best for. But for now, start studying the transfer partners of each program to see which major credit card company best fits your style of travel. Once you have a better idea about this, the choice becomes much simpler. Here are a few questions you need to ask yourself. Is most of your travel domestic or international? Do you want this to change? Are there any airlines that are particularly convenient to where you live or where you frequently fly? Is there a big event you need to plan for, like a honeymoon? Do you travel alone or with a partner or with an entire family? Are there particular hotel brands you want to focus on? Once you've answered these questions, it'll become clear whether there's a particular credit card that will work well for you. I'll be covering all the popular cards, especially the ones that I find have particular value, so stay tuned for those videos. And in the meantime, if you're in a hurry for some reason, feel free to message me or email me for a free consultation on which cards you should start with. I hope you found this video to be useful. If you understand the difference between a branded card like United or Hilton that gives you points that can only be used by that brand, versus the flexible cards that give you points that can be transferred to a variety of different airlines and hotels, then you've just mastered the first step in the travel hacking game. So congratulations. Stay tuned for more videos, and in the meantime, happy travels.